Hey everybody, it's Robert and you're watching Sidestep Adventures. I'm out here with Cody and this is part 2 of our big adventure in the woods, our overnight camping trip. And on this video we are going to explore some more hidden historic places on this WMA. Right now we're actually about to make our way down to an abandoned bridge, one of my personal favorite things, and take a look at it. So let's get on the trail. So we're actually walking on the old road right now, and the modern road actually goes over a dam that is newer than this bridge that we're about to look at. And I think that's pretty interesting too, to see the dam here and the lake that's now a public fishing lake, because more than likely that lake didn't exist when all of these people lived in this lost community in the woods down here. Also, seeing the bridge, it kind of gives us an idea that this was a pretty well-traveled road back then, which is obvious from all of the signs of life that we found out here. So if you look out there, that big green wall is actually a dam, and that's where the modern road is, right up there. So you drive actually across the dam and it bypasses this old alignment. All right, so here we are at the old bridge. And you can see it originally would have been a wooden decked bridge, but now all of the wood is gone, just leaving the skeleton of the iron bridge here. I wonder when the last time somebody actually drove across this bridge was. So I wonder how much bigger this creek used to be before they dammed it just up there to create that lake. All right guys, so I'm just not having any luck with this GoPro on this trip. We were down there below the bridge and the battery went from 80% charged to 3% charged and shut off just like that. So I'm really not sure what's going on with my GoPro, but we're making our way back down to the bridge now to show it to you from the other side. I'm having a lot of troubles with this camera on this trip in these woods, so I don't know what's up with that, but I really hope my GoPro isn't dying, because that would really suck. But here we are on the other side of this old abandoned bridge, and look, there's actually still a street sign over here. How neat is that? An old weight limit sign. You'll notice a name on one of these trusses. It says Lackawanna. I think that these old bridges are really cool. They just kind of are pieces of the past that are oftentimes just left to rot in the woods, and I think that's neat, because not only this old bridge is here, but all this old community's out here. And I probably repeat myself a lot, but it always just makes me think about all the people that traveled over this bridge going to their home, and I think that's just so fascinating. And all the history that this land had, and all the people that lived here before it became a wildlife management area. And on that note, we're going to leave this bridge behind, and we're going to go back to the open well and shine our flashlight down in it. Alright folks, so we're back where the home sites are, and they just line this side of the road. We found so many. So on the previous video, we found that other chimney pile and home site there that had the newer bottles and newer garbage around it. We actually haven't been at this site, because this site is kind of in between the two. There's the old well is right over there, and the other home site's over here. So we're in between them now, and there's all this rock piled up here that almost looks like, it looks like asphalt, like an old road almost. It could just be natural rock though. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is just natural rock. You can see that's pretty interesting rock. It looks like blacktop, but you can see the vein of, I guess that's quartz running in it. So this rock pile, this could be from when someone was plowing up a field and had to discard all of these rocks, so they just piled them here between the two home sites. Maybe we should ask that old tree right there, see if it remembers. This is an old ball mason jar. Oops, don't want that. Man, this thing is creepy. Oh look, I see a snake on the side. You see it?
No.
Right there where my light is.
Yeah.
This is probably a rat snake or something. And you know what? We saw a copperhead at the bottom of this well yesterday.
Yeah.
And we thought it might have been dead, but it's gone now. So clearly it wasn't dead. He's just having a bit of a rest. I think I'm gonna probably call the park ranger when we leave here and let him know about the open well here, because all of the other ones that I know about out here have, I knew of one other one that had a fence around it and said danger, open well. And then Cody and I spotted another one yesterday on our way to camp that was also marked. So maybe they don't know about this one. Alright, so I'm just kind of slow rolling down this road to see what else I see in these woods. There's an old actual alignment of road right there. You guys probably can't see it on camera. We can see the two banks where that used to be road right there. But there's so much history in these woods and such a large grouping of people that lived here, and it makes me wonder if there are any like lost cemeteries out here on this land, because all the people that lived here had to be buried somewhere, and usually in a sizable, what I would call a sizable community. I would consider this community. They would have a cemetery, not to mention just family cemeteries out here. So that's really piqued my interest about what else is in these woods. All right, we're at the next home site. This one was kind of easy to find because they've marked the open well here. Wow, that one is deep. And it still has water in the bottom of it. Not sure if you guys can see. Oh wow, there's something down in there. And look how this one's a little bit of a different design than the other well that we saw. It's like it's a square cut well, as opposed to being the round rock-lined well like we just looked down in.
There's a snake down there in the water. That's what's moving around.
That's creepy. I mean, we found the well and we know this is a home site, and there's all these field stones around here that were probably from foundation. But I was gonna say, I wonder where the actual home stood. And never mind all that gunfire in the background. That's the WMA shooting range, which is right over there. So what Cody thought was a rock wall back there was just a dirt mound. We did find this. Now this looks like a pretty old brick. This actually looks like one that was made out of local red clay. Oh, look what we have here. Oh, now if this doesn't give us an idea of how old this is. Old medicine bottle. What's it say on the side? 3-in-1 oil company. It's not a screw top, so maybe early 1900s. I'd have to ask Brandon over at Adventure Archaeology. He knows more about this sort of thing than I do.
It looks like a knick-knack.
Yeah, it does. It's pretty neat. So I think it's super cool to find old trash around a home site like that bottle, because a lot of times these homes were lived in for so long after they were abandoned that you find piles of relatively new trash, like 60s or 70s, but finding that little old bottle that I think is early 1900s, since it's not a screw top, that gives us an idea that maybe this home wasn't lived in very long. And it's also super cool to find. Of course, we're on a WMA, so removal of any of those artifacts like that we found is illegal, so we have to leave it all here. But it's still neat to find it on the surface. So you can see that this was a home site. If we didn't know the well was there and we didn't know what to look for, one big indication is just how flat this is right here. Because all of the other land around here is rolling hills pretty much, but this was obviously flattened out. And we have a stone pile right here. So this is probably exactly where the house stood. Yeah, here's a foundation right there. Another one. And another one. So this is probably the width of the house. I see that indentation in the ground. That makes me think maybe an outhouse, but we still got more fieldstone coming out this way. This is the chimney pile. This is definitely the chimney pile right here. This looks like it was a combination of brick and rock chimney. You can see again the very old bricks. These were bricks that were made out of local red clay. The chimney pile keeps going where it fell over. It's another one of those bricks. That's super cool. And another foundation piece right here. I wonder if that's just a fallen tree right there, or if that was a foundation beam. Probably just a tree, but who knows. This chimney pile keeps going out this way. You can kind of see where it fell over right there and scattered this way. So I'm guessing this is the outer wall over here where the chimney and foundation are. So that was an outer wall. The house went to that fieldstone and came around. I'm looking for the other foundation. So it came around this way. There's a foundation right there. That's right by the well. So it's kind of hard to tell the exact size of this house. This is pretty amazing here too. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love history like this. I am super excited to have found this home site here. I just think that this is so cool. Alright folks, well, I hope you've enjoyed seeing this old bridge and these old home sites with us today, and those super spooky open wells. Now we actually just made an incredible discovery in the woods behind this home site, but you're gonna have to wait for the next video to see what that is. But I was absolutely amazed that we found it and how we just happened to come across it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.